Employees of the Free State ANC caucus allege that the last time they received a salary was in July this year. Prior to that, they had only received half of their salaries. They say they were also shocked to discover that their UIF contributions were not paid over to the fund. Their pay-as-you-earn deductions also did not find their way to the South African Revenue Services. They now want all monies owed to them paid.
Our salaries have not been paid, and the last payment of our salaries was on the 15th of July 2024. Now, from what I've heard from other employees is that the employer has this assumption that our contracts ended on the 28th of May with the absorption of the 6th administration. And when the new administration, the 7th administration, took over, then obviously our contracts ended.
Employees were paid in June and in July. Matia says the fact that the employer continued to engage them beyond the elections essentially automated the renewal of their contracts.
As we were trying to resolve this non-payment of our salaries, we approached the Department of Labour and CCMA. The Department of Labour then went to the employer on the 21st of October, and they requested certain information from the employer. One of those elements of the information was that the employer should supply the Department of Labour with proof of registration as a UIF contributor, and the employer failed to do that.
The ANC chief whip in the Free State says the contracts of employees were not renewed and that the bloated staff complement caused the office to run into a financial mess. The ANC caucus is now running on a skeleton staff of only 3 people until further notice.
For the new term, we realized that there were a lot of financial problems that the institution was having. So as a result, we could not be able to absorb people with the new contracts. So as a result, they believe that they were supposed to extend their contracts, and now because they have not extended their contracts, now they feel like they've been dismissed from work.
Khwabane says debt to creditors runs into millions.
When the legislation to fund parties changed, it affected us negatively as the ANC in the province. So as a result, we then had to have our finances being overstretched to an extent that we then in the process had creditors that we were not able to pay. So this is exactly what we are dealing with at the moment, to deal with those financial problems.
While employees say they are struggling to put food on the table for their families, Khwabane says he's hopeful that they will be able to renew their contracts in the new year after fixing finances of his office. Kamagelo Siekwi, SABC News in Bloemfontein.